Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. LeBron James throws subtle shade at Lakers after Anthony Davis's injury. A 39-year-old LeBron James took over after Anthony Davis went out with an eye injury to lead the Los Angeles Lakers to a 123-103 rout of the Toronto Raptors. The Lakers remain undefeated at home, with James becoming the oldest player in NBA history to record second straight triple-double after tormenting the Raptors with 19 points, 10 rebounds, and a season-high 16 assists. "Well, I don't have a choice," James told Lakers sideline reporter Mike Trudell after the team's sixth win in 10 starts. "If AD goes down, I have to put more responsibility on my shoulders and try to make plays to help my team win." In his post-game interview in his locker, James hinted that his retirement is on the horizon. "Let's see how long I can do it," James told reporters. "But I won't do it until the wheels fall off, I'll tell you that. I won't do that. I won't be one of those guys." Was this James' subtle cry for help outside him and Davis? James has a long history of passive-aggressive comments. On Sunday, November 10th, several Lakers players stepped up and provided enough support around James. Jackson Hayes admirably filled Davis's shoes in the fourth quarter when the backup center scored 9 of his 12 points and grabbed 5 of his 6 rebounds. Austin Reaves also unloaded 12 of his 27 points as the Lakers pulled away for good in the final quarter. Reaves has developed into the Lakers' third-best player this season outside James and Davis. Beyond the trio, the Lakers have drawn inconsistent performances from the rest of the roster. D'Angelo Russell, who was demoted to the bench after struggling out of the gates this season, is settling nicely into his sixth-man role. The former starting point guard delivered 15 points in his second game off the bench, and more importantly, he was plus 18 in the win. But the question that lingers is if this is a sustainable formula for the Lakers to compete in the strong Western Conference with James, who turns 40 next month, doing much of the heavy lifting with Davis a walking injury risk. James offered what he thinks is key for the Lakers to sustain this moving forward. "Obviously, our communication, our transition defense, our defensive rebounding is very key," James told Trudell. "And then hold teams to one shot. That's the defensive rebound. But just getting better and better with our system. If we do that, we'll be fine. But fine will not cut it. The Lakers need to be a great team to compete for a championship." Lakers concern after unexpected J.J. Redick decision, revealed. After Sunday's convincing 123-103 victory over the Toronto Raptors, the Los Angeles Lakers have now racked up back-to-back victories following their disappointing 1-4 road trip. Head coach J.J. Redick had to shake things up after his team struggled mightily on the road, and it has delivered instant results for the Lakers. The rookie coach's most contentious decision thus far is dropping D'Angelo Russell to a bench role after the former All-Star started the Lakers' first 8 games of the season. According to Redick himself, Russell has had no issue accepting his demotion, and that the communication between them has been pivotal during this transition period. At the same time, however, there is reportedly some concern within the Lakers as to how Russell will react to this rather unexpected turn of events in the long run. Sources say the players were somewhat surprised Redick went away from Russell as quickly as he did, but, through improved communication, Redick has been able to maintain better buy-in, reported Anthony Irwin of Clutch Points. Some internally are still concerned about how Russell will handle this over time, which makes it all the more important the Lakers keep winning as they figure out this new approach. It is important to note that even Russell himself has been very straightforward about embracing his new role from the bench. In a recent interview, the 28-year-old said that he is egoless and that he's not taking his demotion personally. At the end of the day, the most important thing for him is that the Lakers keep winning. This is all well and good, but as the above report indicates, there are still some within the organization who are worried about the long-term impact this will have on Russell, especially if and when the Lakers start losing again. Report, Lakers have Jonas Valanciunas, Brook Lopez on internal board as trade targets. Winning 6 of the first 10 games, the Lakers are starting the 2024-25 season well. Even so, the roster already has some clear weaknesses, particularly in the center position. Christian Wood is currently recovering from knee surgery and Jackson Hayes is playing, but the NBA is reopening an investigation into his 2021 domestic violence case. If Wood is going to miss more time and Hayes ends up suspended, that means the only other big on the roster besides Anthony Davis would be Christian Koloko, who was just cleared to play and is on a two-way deal with the team. That's a tough spot to be in at the center position, even with bigs being less important in the modern NBA. In his latest newsletter, NBA insider Mark Stein discussed the Lakers' lack of depth at the center position and how they might improve it through a trade. P.S. On a related topic, my colleague Jake Fisher reported on his weekly Bleacher Report live stream that the Lakers, widely believed to be interested in adding a proven center at some point during the season, have Washington's Jonas Valanciunas and Milwaukee's Brook Lopez as potential targets on their internal board. Valanciunas has been connected with the Lakers for some time now. He was reportedly the kind of player LeBron James would have taken less money for this summer to open up the full mid-level exception. However, that didn't happen as Valanciunas opted to sign a 3-year deal in Washington. The contract is team-friendly at $10 million a year, so it's not impossible to move him, and with the Lakers still needing a quality center, this could be a good addition. As a Wizard, Valanciunas is averaging 12.6 points and 7.1 rebounds. Even when fully healthy, that kind of production is not currently available on the Lakers' bench at the center position. Brook Lopez was a Laker before playing for the team during the 2017-18 season. He was a good stretch 5, scoring 13 points per game in the 74 times he suited up for the purple and gold. His veteran leadership and ability to space the floor could work marvelously in Los Angeles with AD. With the Milwaukee Bucks losing 8 of their first 10 games, they may be sellers this season and willing to make a deal. The same can also be said for the Wizards and Valanciunas, who have only won 2 games so far. To make any deal happen will be tricky for the Lakers. Vice President of Basketball Operations Rob Pelinka will have to find a way to remain under the second tax apron. With the roster completely full, he might have to move a couple of players to bring someone in. These additions would certainly help, and given that Los Angeles has gotten off to a good start, they've made a case that it's worth making some deals and going for the title this year. Don't expect anything to happen anytime soon, given that the NBA trade deadline isn't until February 26, and Pelinka has mentioned giving this team 30 games or so to see how close they are to being title contenders. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jonas Valanciunas? Leave your opinion in the comments.